Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Thursday, June the 19th. We're here to look at new releases that are published this week. And on Thursdays, we look at fantasy and science fiction. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching now, if you're watching later, thank you also. I hope you're having a good day. Quick announcements. I do have sprints tonight. It is Thursday. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. Elena said, I'm going on a cruise today. Europe, Greece, Turkey, Rome, and Canada. That sounds so amazing. She'll be back on in LA on July 7th. Oh, that is just going to be so much fun. Elena says, yes, it is. Cajun, hey, Cajun, morning all. I have today off work, so get to comment. Oh, what a lovely day. And she says to Elena, hope you have a wonderful trip. Good afternoon, Helen. How is it over there? How's your day been going? Okay, I have to remind myself I don't need to speed talk through these because we don't have a whole lot to go through, or else we'll just end a little sooner because I'm kind of a fast talker anyway. So, fantasy and science fiction. A Far Better Thing by H.G. Perry. This is compared to Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell meets A Tale of Two Cities. Has some positive things going for it. I fear this was the best of times. I hoped it could not get any worse. The fairies stole Sidney Carton. Oh, okay, so they're just going to completely steal from A Tale of Two Cities. Great. And made him a mortal servant of the fairy realm. Now he has a rare opportunity for revenge against the Fae and Charles Darnay, the changeling left in his stead. It will take magic and cunning, cold iron and realm silver to hide his intentions from humans and Fae and bring his plans to fruition. Shuttling between London and Paris during the Reign of Terror, generations of violence begetting violence leads him to a heartbreaking choice in the shadow of the guillotine. All right. Isn't it amazing we're already halfway through June and halfway through the year? Crazy. Helen says it's very warm today. Woo! Now your very warm is probably in the, like, getting close to 100 or so. It's supposed to be warm here today too. I think we're supposed to hit 90 today. Don't like it. Mary said good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. Going to Richmond in just a little while to see my daughter, granddaughter, and great-grands. Oh, excited. No kidding. Oh, have a good time. Cajun, when I worked at the HVAC company, one of the guys said, I can't listen as fast as you talk. It does take. And if you don't speak clearly, Steve mumbles a lot. Mary Elena, you have a great trip planned. Enjoy every minute of it. Oh, yeah, we're all jealous and also very happy for you. Cajun said, morning to Mary. Hope you have a great time. Is it just for the day, Mary? We're going to have lunch, do some fun things. The Mercy Makers by Tessa Gratton, first in the Moon Heresies. Can an empire trip and fall on a mere strand of silk? Iriset is a prodigy and an outlaw. The daughter of a powerful criminal, she dons her alter ego Silk to create magical disguises for those in her father's organization. But she longs to do more with her talent, to enhance what it means to be human by giving people wings, night sight, and other abilities, to unlock the possibilities of gender and parenthood, to cure disease, and even to end mortality itself. Oh, honey. Everything changes when her father is captured and sentenced to death. To save him, Iriset must infiltrate the palace and the empire's fanatical ruling family. There she realizes she has a choice and an obligation to bring down the entire corrupt system. She'll have to entangle herself in the lives of the Emperor and his sister, getting them to trust and even to love her. But love is a two-way street, and Iriset's own heart holds the most mysterious and impenetrable magic of all. And it's got a lot of blurbage. This Princess Kills Monsters by Rai Herman. Fairy tale satire. Someone wants to murder Princess Melilot. This is sadly normal. Melilot is sick of being ordered to go on dangerous quests by her domineering stepmother, especially since she always winds up needing to be rescued by her more magically talented stepsisters, and now she's been commanded to marry a king she's never met. When hideous spider wolves attack her on the journey to meet her husband-to-be, she is once again rescued, but this time by 12 eerily similar-looking masked huntsmen. Soon she has to contend with near-constant attempts on her life, a talking lion that sets bewildering gender tests, and a king who can't recognize his true love when she puts on a pair of trousers. And all the while, she has to fight her growing attraction to not only one of the huntsmen, but also her fiancé's extremely attractive sister. If Melilot can't unravel the mysteries and rescue herself from peril, kingdoms will fall, where she could end up married to someone she doesn't love. Lots of commentary going on in my brain, but I'm not going to share them. Wearing the Lion by John Wiswell. Oops, sorry. And Mary says, thanks, Cajun. No, it will be fun. And yes, just for the day, lunch at a great French restaurant that is a favorite of all of ours. Wow. I don't know if I've actually eaten at a true French restaurant. What do you usually have? Curious minds want to know. You don't have to share if you don't want to. Lots of blurbage. Sometimes a goddess's worst enemy is her biggest fan. Hercules, hero of Greece, dedicates all his feats to the goddess Hera, if only he knew that his very face is an insult to her, as he is yet another child that Hera's husband Zeus had out of wedlock. Auntie Hera loathes every minute of Hercules' devotion until she snaps and causes an unspeakably tragic accident, the death of Hercules' children. Plunged into grief and desperate for revenge, Hercules is determined to find the god that did this. Racked with guilt and desperate to save face, Hera distracts Hercules with monster-slaying quests, only to find that he is too traumatized to enact more violence. Instead, Hercules cares for the Nemean lion, bonds with the Linernian hydra, and heeds the Cyrenian hind. Each challenge adds a new monster to Hercules' newfound family, a family that just might lay siege to Mount Olympus. Okay. End of that row. Just give me an epic quest. High fantasy, that's all I'm asking for. Seventh Blade by Tanya Laird. Mary says, I can't have most of what, oh sure, due to the alpha, is that gal, but we'll have a Caesar salad with either chicken or salmon. They have oysters too, but this month doesn't have an R in it, so no go for me. But I bet it will be very, very well made. After the murder of Trail's adopted son, the infamous warrior and daughter of the indigenous Ibinus returned to the colonized city of Seventh Blade, ready to tear the streets asunder in search of her son's killer. Trails must lean into the dangerous power of her inherited sword and ally herself with questionable forces, including the Broken Fangs, an alliance her mother founded, now fallen into greed and corruption, and the immortal Elric, a powerful and manipulative deity exiled from a faraway land, navigating the power shifts in a colonized city on the edge, and contending with a deadly new power emerging from within. Trails risks everything to find the answers and the justice she so desperately desires. I Think I'm in Love with an Alien by Anna Guerre, who is a name. It says Galaxy Quest meets Roswell. Alien Tamzir Jarn, aka Seeker, is paying the price for risking an illicit holiday on an interdicted planet. His ride off-world never showed, and he's been stranded on Earth for nearly a year. His gear is breaking down, food is becoming a problem, and if his camouflage unit fritzes, he'll wind up in a government lab. But he's met some cool humans online, and they've invited him to the biggest space-themed convention around. Why not make memories with them while he figures out how to get home? Space con or bust. She's nerdy, she's flirty, she's ready for romance. Jeanette Hammond is an endearing weirdo, voted most likely to bang an alien in high school. They were great. Her house is full of gray man collectibles, adorable tentacle monsters, and yes, in college she volunteered for a SETI-type program. Not that she's ever had any close encounters of the sexy alien kind. Heck, she's never even been able to convince anyone to attend SpaceCon, but that's about to change. Finally, she has online friends who have agreed to go, and it will be a romp to remember, and she'll finally put a face to the name of her longtime crush, Seeker. When Alien meets Adorkable, they're destined to be for an out-of-this-world affair. School of Shards by Marina and Sergei Dyachenko, and translated by Julia Matov-Hersey. This is a third in a trilogy. It says, what? Stop it. The Institute of Special Technologies teaches students just one thing, the magic that allows them to become parts of speech, and in doing so, transforming into a specific piece of grammar, a verb or an adjective or an article. So they will be able to shape the world around them. As the new provost, though, Sasha is facing an enormous problem. The students in the world she just created, her world without fear, are unable to master the curriculum. Whether it's the magic or the natural order of things, what they need to learn and become, speech, is the basis of the material world. And if she can't teach it, Sasha knows that matter will soon cease to exist. I hate it when that happens. To protect the world, Sasha must collect fragments of her former reality. Only 3 people carry these fragments within themselves. Her younger brother, Valya, the Grigoriev twins, Arthur and Pashka, the sons of her former lover, Yaroslav Grigoriev. Sasha must lure these 3 to the Institute and make them learn and understand at any cost. But she knows how difficult the path is, even more so from the other side of the teacher's desk. Forced to act ever more ruthlessly, Sasha also notices the faster the world around the Institute changes. It is a vicious circle, and one she must break. That is a very unique concept. I will give it points for that. Sounds a little strange. The Blood Phoenix of Jade and Dragons, book number 2 by Amber Chen. That's quite a subtitle. It was. I'm seeing more and more of those things. 2 years after Ying leaves the Engineers Guild and the ghost of her father's unjust death behind, life seems to regain a semblance of normalcy. But the winds of unrest continue to stir within the Nine Isles, and the aftermath of a horrific pirate attack by the mysterious Blood Phoenix fleet forces Ying back into the tense political world of the new High Commander Yin and Yang. And soon Yi Yang and her former friends from the guild must work together to find a way to outsmart the cunning pirates who terrorize the straits and the elusive mastermind who's controlling them. Meanwhile, Ying's sister Nian now lives in the capital, awaiting the day she will finally marry the High Commander. While her relationship with Yi Yang remains distant, she finds company in her friendship with the 14th Prince, Yi Khan, and discovers her unexpected affinity for governance and strategy. But the capital is more dangerous than she expects, and when a dark conspiracy arises, Nian and Yi Khan must unravel the mystery in time to prevent the high command from collapsing from within. New dangers arise at every moment, threatening to tear the Nine Isles apart. In order to sail through this storm, Ying and her loved ones must make difficult choices amidst terrible betrayals. With the world on the brink of destruction, will they find a way to defeat their enemies and survive, and will it be worth the cost? End of that round. The Folded Sky by Elizabeth Eyre. There's a name. Third in the White Space series. Information doesn't want to be free. Information wants to vanish without a trace. Sun Yang-song's job is to stop that from happening. She's an archinformist, a specialist historian whose job usually involves sitting at a console at her university job near the galactic core, sorting ancient documents and restoring corrupted files. But now the research opportunity of a lifetime has sent her, along with her teenage children and alien wife, halfway across the galaxy to preserve the data and aid in the retrieval of the archaeological find of the century, an ancient alien artificial intelligence called Baomind. As vast as a stellar system, the Baomind orbits a dying red giant. The star's time has nearly ended. The isolated research station and its small fleet of ships come under attack by fanatic Freeport pirates who believe that artificial intelligence is an abomination that must be destroyed, putting the lives of Sunya and her family at risk. Tens of thousands of light years from home, isolated from all help, Sunya is the only one who can save them all. If Wishes Were Retail by Austin Habershaw. Lots of blurbage. This might be a cozy fantasy from the blurbage. Alex Delmore needs a miracle. She wants out of her dead-end suburban town, but her parents are broke and NYU seems like a distant dream. Good thing there's a genie in town and he's hiring at the Wellspring Mall. It'd help if the djinn formerly of the Ring of Korad knew even one thing about 21st century America. It'd help if he weren't at least as stubborn as Alex. It'd really help if her brother didn't sell her out to her conspiracy theory-loving, gnome-hating dad. When Alex and the genie set up their wishing kiosk, they face seemingly endless setbacks. The mall is failing and management will not stop interfering on behalf of their big box tenants, especially the megastore Value Day. But when the wishing biz might start working, the biggest problem of all remains. People are really terrible at wishing. No returns. Forest of Truth by Megan Lynn Rose. Ellie is third in the Broken Kingdoms series. Ellie is drowning in guilt. Her youngest sister lies under the Dark Witch's spell, and the kingdom is falling apart around her. With each passing moment, the weight of her failure only grows heavier. As Ellie and her allies race to find the antidote to break the curse, she's forced to confront a devastating truth. Not everyone will survive. As she unravels the secrets of her past, a new and terrifying challenge arises. The Dark Witch is more powerful than they imagined, and time is running out to stop her reign. Every decision Ellie makes leads her closer to an impossible choice, one that could tear everything apart. Can Ellie find the strength to face the truth and save the kingdom, or will the Dark Witch's curse destroy everything she loves? This is the conclusion. It's a trilogy of that trilogy. Space Opera, The Wild Ensign 2, Arise Guardian. No, a whole bunch of paragraph in here. This is the gripping story of the Borewind, a former soldier who vanished without a trace at the end of the first book. After their comrade's mysterious teleportation, the crew of the Golden Eagle searches for him across an endless graveyard of derelict ships. but the Earthling finds them first. More, now wielding devastating psionic abilities, honed to perfection on a deadly training planet, is rewarded with the Ares, a warship armed with lost ancient tech and piloted by an almost alive AI named Dan. With his crew, battle-hardened veteran Dag, nobleman Migo, and the aristocratic Agraf Baroness Agatha, Moore embarks on a journey of war, betrayal, and cosmic revelations. They'll uncover the secrets of fallen civilizations, navigate political treachery, and fight for a way back to Earth, only to discover it's locked behind anomalies controlled by forces beyond comprehension. For some reason, I was reminded of, that's all we have for today. I was reminded of they're doing or have done a sequel to Spaceballs, which is, you know, Mel Brooks's spoof on all the popular space movies back in the day. But if you've seen their trailer, it talks about there have been like 7 Star Wars movies with this many prequels and pre-prequels and blah, 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 and spin-offs, and there have been this many in the Star Trek world, and blah, 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 and on and on and on about how many of the sci-fi series have, you know, huge worlds, but there's only been one Spaceball until now. So that made me laugh when I saw it. All right, that is all we have for today. Tomorrow is Friday, Freeform Friday, so we'll be looking at the rest of the cozy mysteries and anything else that has caught my attention. I think there was a couple things that did catch my attention that don't fall in the, you know, set categories. So we'll have some things to look at tomorrow. Keisha says, hope everyone has a good day. See you tonight. Indeed. We do have sprints tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. It is at 8 p.m. Eastern because I'm in Mountain Time Zone, which means it's 6 o'clock my time, and I race home from work as quickly as I can and walk Keo. So that's as soon as I can get them going. So yes, bring your own book, work on a project, or just close your eyes if you're having a day. Relax, meditate, listen to the ambiance, whatever it is you want to do. Come on in and bring a friend if you want to. Mary says, thanks so much. Elena, have a great trip. Absolutely. Oh, be safe, have fun, make good memories, and everyone enjoy their day. You too, enjoy your visit. Oh, that's going to be so wonderful. Stay cool if you are in a warm climate. That's very true. Stay hydrated. Read good books. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day and God bless. Thank you for watching.